Today we're going tall and mighty with Bre of Clan Stoutarm. Hello Internet, welcome to the Pin Line. My name is Jesse. On this channel I react to magic art from throughout Magic's history. One card, one piece at a time. Last time we looked at Quirion Trailblazer by Rebecca Guay. Beautiful, beautiful art. Check out that video on my channel. And today we're looking at another Lorwyn Eclipsed card. We did one a few episodes ago. I can't get enough of it. So much good art in that set. Yeah, let's dive in. Let's talk about the card of the day. The card of the day is Bre of Clan Stoutarm. It's art by Jesper Ejsing. Jesper is one of the greatest of all times. In magic art, has done so much amazing work, amazing character work, amazing creature work. He's very well known for. He draws beautiful, he paints beautiful dragons, all kinds of creatures, goblins. So he did a few things for Lorwyn Eclipsed, and one of them is this card. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive in. So the card itself, it's a red and a white Boros card. It's a legendary creature, a giant warrior. There's two versions printed of this card for now. So the full art version and the standard normal card version, which I have in my possession. We'll use this one as to look at because it has a bit more meat. There's a bit more outside of the frame than the basic one. What is the medium? Well, I know for a fact that this is acrylic on board because he always paints acrylics. There's a cool video made by Wizards that he also posts on his own Instagram and on the Wizards account that you can check out, where you can see a bit of the progress. So that's pretty cool. So you can see him painting this piece on hardboard. Very cool techniques he's using with taping away certain elements and then drawing. Yeah, it's very cool. So let's talk a bit about the card itself. What does the card do? It's a legendary giant warrior. The main effect of the card is that at the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, you can exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card, so probably a creature, or maybe an artifact or an enchantment, and you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. If the spell's mana value is less than or equal to the amount of life you gain this turn. So very cool effect. Let this command a life gain deck and go to town, right? Go crazy maybe with big creatures like Eldrazi, or maybe you can go wide with a lot of life gain creatures and become almost unkillable in a certain way. So I think, very cool effect. And you can also tap it and pay to give another target creature you control flying and lifelink until end of turn. So there's a lot of flexibility to also put in cards that don't have lifelink, but maybe other interesting effects as well. So that's enough about the card and what it does. What is depicted on the card? Well, Bre is a giant warrior. She has a staff, but she's maybe a magic user, or she can use magic or something like that, but she's also herding some creatures, it seems. Casually carrying four quite big sheep in her pouch, and she's also walking on some kind of plains or some kind of farmland maybe. Her clothing and the pouch itself is a bit rugged, made out of patchwork, but there's also some intricate details, some armor here and there, right? So it's quite cool. You can see here there's a shield attached to some leather bands, and here another shield. So that shield is probably quite big, but she's a giant warrior. So for her, it's just like a nice little bracelet to wear. The staff itself has some bells attached to it, and you see a wolf's head here. Quite gnarly, but cool nonetheless. Flavor-wise, she seems like a friendly giant, not to be messed with, I guess, in a way. And she can probably throw creatures to give them that flying effect temporarily. Or she uses her herding staff with some kind of magic power to do that. So I think it really fits. Then in terms of composition, perspective and lighting, yeah, it's a inherently character-driven art, obviously, highly stylized. Let's zoom in a bit, whimsical face. There's sort of a slanted perspective here, so you're not looking at it, straight on. This is an interesting choice. Maybe she's walking, so her waggle or her, moving her left, putting her feet left and right is exaggerated, makes her, move to the side a lot. It's also above ground, so it enforces that perspective a bit more, right? So you see the lines here. So that perspective is really interesting. This is a bit farther away, right? The ground. So you also feel that, oh yeah, I'm higher up. Together with the sheep in the pouch, right? And this patchwork and then sort of these elements, these armor elements where you think, oh, these are giant shields, but she's wearing them like bracelets. The sheep are obviously quite big. This should all convince us to think, hey, this is a giant. And I think that works quite well. And yeah, could you have chosen a different perspective to make it easier to recognize this as a giant, right? There's some cards in Magic that, you see from a more frog perspective, and then you see the tall creature standing up, and then that works, and it's easily recognizable as a giant. Or you see a small human-like character with a giant behind them. Yeah, you could have done that, but if you want to do something really up close and more personal looking, then yeah, you have to make some smart decisions here. I think if you would have done this from a farther away perspective, I think you lose the storytelling a bit, the details, and I think it's a very cool choice to make the sense of scale come from the fact that the sheep are here and that you have all these details that give that away. It's maybe not immediately recognizable as, hey, this is a giant, but once you start looking at that, I think that's very that's very cool. There's a playful expression on her face, and she's just lovingly looking at the sheep, giving them some food, and same goes for the sheep itself. They're very playful. So yeah, overall, there's a lot of things to discover and sort of nooks and crannies here in this picture to figure out. And hey, what are all these details here? So that's super cool. It's very distinctively illustrative as well as painterly. So sort of illustrative style, but also obviously painted. So and that really shows, and it really gives it a high quality. It's very crisp. Edges are very well defined, and makes it a very crisp feeling painting, as well as giving it a lot of clarity. And I really enjoy that. It's not muddled or muddy things happening anywhere, right? It's very defined everywhere. The background is, here it's superbly painted, right? The sky here, this is almost lifelike, and I really enjoy that. Nice warmth to it. It's not just white and gray, but there's a lot of warm vibes in there, and the same goes for the lighting, right? That really fits together, the background and the foreground. Very great lighting from the side, midday. So in terms of readability, if you zoom out a bit, it stays very readable in terms of that you see that it's a character, right? The dynamic contrast that's in this picture really makes sure that the character is detached from the background, and the details obviously come closer when looking closer. So, closing thoughts. The contrast is great. The details are so well done. So many smart choices to make this look like a giant. I think really fun to discover all these things. I just discovered new elements that I didn't see before. So I think that's really cool. Masterfully done, I would say. And overall, this is just a rather it's a very uplifting, very charming, friendly feeling piece. Amazing. So what do you think? Anything I've missed, or do you have any suggestion for a card that you want me to look at? Leave your feedback in the comments below. Very much appreciated. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this look at Bre of Clan Stoutarm by Jesper Ejsing. Check out his Instagram and his website below. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. and you will get and hit the notification bell so you can get notified when a new video arrives. And with that, we end it today. I hope to see you next time and have an amazing day. Cheers.